Hello everybody, we are back. I am Jonathan with the Coletti Weather Office, and we're back with more temperatures, but instead of a heat wave, it's going to be cold here in the Midwest. As you can see, the areas we cover, we typically cover about here. It's usually where I cover. Most of it is looking to lean below normal temperatures for pretty much all of next week, from Monday through, I actually forgot what day the 23rd is. Monday through Friday, and it is still supposed to be cold over Memorial Day weekend. But first, before I start with all that, we do need to go over some rainfall. So this is the Weather Prediction Center. This is today, Saturday, so chances are you probably won't see this, so it doesn't really matter. Day 2, you can see we've got this big slight risk, at least 15% chance of excessive rainfall, but it doesn't really concern the area we cover. Day 3 kind of does, marginal through the area we cover, some slight risk. So at least 5% in the marginal, slight is at least 15%. Day 4, however, Chicago, you're kind of on the border of it if I were to zoom in. I'd put you under the slight just to be safe. 15% chance of excessive rainfall, with areas including Madison, down to Kenosha, even up to St. Paul. Those all have a marginal risk, and that slight risk goes really far down. Goes down even into parts of northern Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, but again, we usually cover the Midwest, so doesn't really concern us. And then this just moves off to the East Coast. Now, starting today, it is kind of warm. It's in the 60s. It goes down. You can see, I'm just going to quickly go through. It's a generally cooler week. I'm not seeing any 60s at all, except for here in more western Illinois, eastern Iowa, far eastern Iowa. There you might see some 60s, but, and then again down south, got those 70s, but it's gonna be cold. Sadly, it's May and it's cold. I would have loved to see warm. You can see we get up to 66 here in Chicago Friday. 63 in Milwaukee, I was about to say. That's Racine. That also has 63. Yeah, so pretty cold. I know I'm not as prepared for this video. But you can see this area of 60s, upper 60s, I should say. What just happened? Anyway, so it does remain a generally cooler week. Memorial Day weekend, Chicago, you're not gonna get anywhere above probably 65, 67 on Memorial Day. But that's also past what we're looking for. I'll be back with another video by then. If we were to look at rainfall, which we are, total amount of rain, this is also to go with our excessive rain risk. That was higher. You do see areas in more southern Illinois, you've got 6 inches, wrong button, 6 inches of rain here, almost 5 inches here, and in Iowa you've got above 2.5 inches, even down into Missouri. Most of the state will have over 2 inches. Chicago sees 1.66 inches of rain in just about a week, just a little more than a week. And if I went back, it's mostly a week, at least for Chicago. For other parts, you will still see rain throughout Memorial Day weekend. So it's not going to be a very nice Memorial Day weekend. This storm, I don't think is going to be severe. I haven't seen any reason to think it will be. And it's also going to be kind of cold. I don't like this, how it's so cold Memorial Day, but then again, a heat wave does commonly end with a more cooler, try to end with storms and then it's colder. Again, that's all for today's video. Kind of a boring week. Nothing to talk about. Kind of mostly cloudy this week. We'll still see sun, but it does seem to be a mostly cloudy week, so not much to talk about here throughout the Midwest from Wisconsin. You see it gets sunny Friday, but very boring week, so not a lot to talk about. Subscribe if you do want to see severe weather videos, but right now we don't expect any severe weather, so it'll be kind of a boring 384 hours. That's how far this goes out, so it will be a very boring period of time, but we do hope it gets warmer. We expect it to get warmer because the May outlook still says it's supposed to get warmer. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back probably next week. I try to upload over the weekend, and then shorts come out periodically throughout the week. Subscribe if you want to see more.